So yes, as you can tell by that super cool opening that I spent lots of time and energy editing, I am now in the Silver League. Top 8 in fact, I'm pretty pleased with that. That means that if I continue to not be terrible, I might even make it into the Gold League soon. And I'll be right back where I started many months ago. You're saying sorry there because he pressed the Windows key and so the game got paused for about 30 seconds. Anyway, my opponent, Benz, is playing as Zerg, whereas I am playing as Protoss, continuing to try and refine my level of play. These days, I started out doing sort of a 2-gate robo into expand thing, then I did a 3-gate robo into expand, and now I've abandoned all pretense and I'm doing the 4-gate again. The reason being that while the last builds I were doing were very sort of macro heavy and allowed me to get tech very fast, it fell apart as soon as I was attacked, and I'm still not terribly great at scouting. I mean, I know what a 6 pool looks like, and that's about it, so I'm still having trouble telling if I'm actually going to be attacked or not. So I've decided the best thing to do is open into a 4-gate, which is an aggressive build in itself, and unlike my younger self, a few months younger, unlike my younger self, learn how to actually transition out of the 4-gate into new builds. See, when I first started playing, I rigidly learned the 4-gate build, and then if the attack didn't immediately work, I wasn't sure what to do after that, and that's why I was terrible. But contrary to some popular belief, 4-gate is not actually a cheese, it's just an opening. So if you open with a 4-gate, go into the big attack, the idea is that while that attack's going on, regardless of how it goes, you use it to transition to something else, like a new expansion, or start getting tech, or whatever. Or, hey, if you're really good, both. So, obviously he's not being aggressive, so my 4-gate is free to continue unmolested. I'm probably not pulling it off completely perfectly. I mean, the warp gate research finished, but I wasn't ready with my actual gateways quite yet, so that has slowed things down considerably. I'm going into the expansion before I've actually attacked, which is probably not great either. As I say, I'm not great either, I've only just made it to silver, and silver is still fairly low, according to some. Namely, everybody who is higher than silver. So, it's past the 8-minute mark and I haven't attacked yet. Normally the window for the window for the absolute cheesiest attacks possible is like less than 3 minutes before your unaware opponent can have done anything. The window for the first legitimate big push is between 7 and 8 minutes, which I have completely missed, as you can see. I have got an observer though, looking. I should probably have... well, yeah. So I've started with a 4-gate here, but not actually followed up with the aggression that a 4-gate is supposed to imply. That's something I'm going to need to work on. Obviously he's only got a few roaches at the moment, and he would have had even less 2 minutes ago, because, as you can see, he started with an early expand. He went for a sort of economic build without much units, so if I went in early, I could have won the battle already. Oh, and he's even got a changeling that I didn't spot. I'm so good at everything. So he knows exactly what's up. He's probably thinking, why the hell has this person opened up with a 4-gate and not attacked me? What, is he stupid? But whatever. I want to know what happens to this changeling once it runs out of time. Run out, little changeling. Oh, it just dies. And I didn't even notice that when I was playing. What the hell am I doing? Let's have a look at what's going on from my point of view. It seems I've elected to not even bother attacking until I have a Colossus. So my previous 2-gate or 3-gate into Robo Expand build would have been better for what I was trying to do this match. Oh, I'm such a clever person. But yes, whatever. Let's speed this up because I have quite a few games to get through. Well, I say quite a few. 3. which is more than my usual 2. So I go in for the attack, but obviously he's just been able to mass roaches, although luckily, because I have 2 colossi, this mass roaches isn't a problem. Of course I could have negated this, yeah, now I only have 1 colossus, and now no colossus. I could have negated all of this by just going in early like I was supposed to. However, I am indeed going to, it would look like, win. But there's still quite a bit of time left in this match. I'm going to get rid of that. Ooh, yeah, now you no longer get spoilers as to how long the match is. Aren't I a clever person? So he does fend off the attack quite easily because I went in 7 minutes late. Yes, 100% of the time spent was late. And look how much money I have now. My macro just slips as soon as I'm attacking, but by the looks of it, so does his. In fact, he's only producing queens. He's got so much money, he's not even rebuilding his forces. Let's look. I still have more workers than him. I'm quite proud of that. And, yeah, he's got a few roaches left, a few hydralisks. But I've got colossi back up. I could win again. Oh, I'm taking a 3rd expansion. Oh, I've already took it. God, my scouting is so bad I can't even tell what I'm doing during replays, even though I've got vision of everything. I wonder how long ago I did that. But yeah, that's good. It looks like my expansion is ahead of his. Oh, yeah. Oh, and I've just remembered what my major flaw in this battle was, aside from not attacking when I should have done. It was that I didn't do any scouting, and I completely missed this. I should have gotten another observer up. But you know, once you start churning out Colossus, it's tempting to just keep churning out the Colossus and not waste the time on the observers. It looks like there's an engagement about to happen here. Yes, this is it. Because I didn't scout his spire, I completely didn't prepare for Mutalisks, and I didn't get blink on my Stalkers, I think for whatever bizarre reason. Yeah, I got charged for Zealots, even though I'm useless at using Zealots, and of course all these Zealots that I've massed can't hit these Mutalisks, and because my Stalkers can't blink, they can't catch up with the Mutalisks, and they're just completely having their way with me now. Mutalisks, Mutalisks, so many Mutalisks, look at all the Mutalisks, and they're so much faster than me, and I'm just sort of uselessly running around, but his macro has slipped like crazy. He's got like 5,000 minerals. He's just spent a bit of money, but yeah, now it's not looking so great for me. He's starting to wreck my stuff and there's nothing I can do about it. Hastily started to get blink, but it does take 2 minutes and 20 seconds to get, so it's going to be quite an issue. He's scouting for a 4th, and I don't know, is he just going to come back and ruin my day again, or is he going to stay there? It looks like he's just staying there. Yep, ×4, ×4, and oh, what's he doing now? Oh! He's responding to my attack, because I've decided I'm just going to have to go for it. I have nearly 200 out of 200 supply. I have kind of upgrades. Let's see how many upgrades his dudes has. Yeah, he's far ahead of me on upgrades, but I just have a lot of stuff now. And there's me being super clever. I got all these zealots with charge, and then I block them with my stalkers so they can't actually do anything. There you go, I finally noticed it. Look, my stalkers out of the way so the zealots can get in there and start ripping stuff up. And it looks like, despite the many mistakes I made in this battle, I have won. So destroying his 3rd, trying to destroy all these before they hatch, but that's not going to happen because Zerg cocoons seem to be almost indestructible. And kaplode, kaplode, kaplode. I still have a big, intimidating death ball. Am I macroing? I'm building gateways, which implies that I'm semi-macroing. Anyway, that's the GG. I win. So let's go into the next replay. Again, I don't know how long this video has already gone on for, but hopefully it's not that bad. Refinement game. I deeply, deeply apologise for that interruption. I was just summoned by my dear mother. Anyway, yes. This is game 2. Very similar sort of deal. Protoss versus Zerg. I've forgotten what I was saying, but I think what I was saying is that the title of this replay was a giveaway, in the sense that exactly the same thing happens. I open with a 4-gate, but I'm too passive, and eventually I just let him get loads of Mutalisks, and his Mutalisks get to have his way with me for a bit. So, we're times 8ing this because we get the drill now. Sort of getting 4 gateways. And this time, at the very least, it looks like I'm going to get the gateways in time for them to be turned into warp gates, which is very lovely. And it looks like I'm actually going to move out this time, so I've learned from last game. I've learned. I'm learning. Learning is good. And, whoops, we go in early. And see that he has lots of defences, which means he preempted this. He must have scouted. Something that I have yet to do with any level of effectiveness. So I'm trying to break down the spine crawlers, but not having much luck. Spine crawlers do seem to be very strong. How much damage do they do? 25 damage and 30 versus armoured. I don't know if Stalkers count as armoured. I don't know how it works. They look like they're wearing armour, but anyway, yes. Does quite a bit of damage per hit. Let's see how much a Zergling does. 5 damage. So yes, these do as much per hit as 5 Zerglings. That's quite good. And he's starting to mass up the Zerglings, while these are just picking me at range. So this is a wall. Oops. This is a wall that I can't quite crack yet. Obviously the point of a 4-gate, as I am rapidly learning, is not to try and defeat the enemy immediately. It is to keep the enemy on his toes and use this aggression as a means of being able to do what you want to do with impunity. So I'm keeping the pressure on here. What's he doing here? Oh, he's just scouting. I'm keeping the pressure on here, sort of, and continuing to expand and build my economy here. Let's go times 4. But what am I not doing? Let's have a look at my camera. I'm not actually scouting anything. Do I have an observer? I don't seem to have an observer. Okay. And what am I missing? Am I missing any important stuff? Hatchery. Oh, I'm missing that all-important spire again. That game changer of a spire. I'm currently dealing with a... God. What have I got back at home? Oh, I forgot to do this. This looks fancy. Sorry, I keep forgetting about it. So I'm getting a robotic space, so it looks like what I'm going towards... Oh, I'm going to get my upgrades, how nice. Yes, I'm going towards Colossi, because they can just rip this apart without even getting in range. Obviously these can deal with any Zerglings that come. So... Ooh, what? Oh! Sorry, I've missed the sort of important bit of this match. Production tab, production tab, production tab, production tab, production tab. Mutalisks. He is creating 5 Mutalisks, a little squadron of Mutalisks. And where are they? Here they come. I've got all my army at the front. I've sort of been poorly macroing back at home. And I have no defences, because I had no idea this Mutalisk was coming. And he is just destroying my guys. And so I run away, sort of limply trying to warp in 2 Stalkers, but then I don't have any minerals to do anything else. Oh no, he's attacking my front. I'm not even gonna try to run away. I'm just so stunned by what is going on, so I've decided, well, since I was too terrible to defend my base adequately, it's counter-attack time. I've got my probes hidden unreasonably far away, but yes, counter-attack time. Let's see if I can break this wall now. It turns out I could, which means yeah, that whole putting the pressure on thing, so that I could do what I want to do with impunity, I kind of put the pressure on twice and then just stood here doing nothing, didn't I? So yes, that was a bit passive of me. But anyway, he's going for the Zerglings, and he's brought his Mutalisks back, but they are nothing to me. Of course, this isn't a fantastic situation for either of us to be in. At least I'm keeping those shields up, good old sentries. His queens are dying, and with it, any hopes of decent macro. I've got another Colossus out, ready to do what it needs to do. I'm tentatively putting my guys back on mining. He's got more Zerglings on the go. Here they come. They ain't getting away with it. Yeah, he builds loads of Zerglings and then runs away. And then comes back. And it takes me a bit longer to notice what's going on. Oh dear, oh. Well, they did strike a bit of a blow against me there, but am I producing anything? Come on, do some macro, build some more probes, let's see how many workers I've got. I've still got more workers than him, so I'm technically in a stronger economic position, but we're both in weak economic positions, and yeah, okay. It's not great. Anyway, what's going on? Where am I? Oh, looks like my force has been reinforced quite nicely, and I'm managing to burst through to his front. So it looks like, again, despite my many flaws, I have won. And he good games with a smile. I appreciate that. Very few people good game these days. And smile to boot. So, good on you, Ghosty X. It was indeed a good game. So, front game. Okay. Final game of the match. Quick. Just a quick game to show you. Now, the format of these Starcraft journey videos has usually been show me failing at something and then show me getting better at something. So logically, oh, this is him, not me. Ha! Logically, we should see a video of me foregating the attack not quite busting through, but then me remembering to transition into something good and just keep the pressure on to get myself an advantage. That's the logical thing we should see, but we're not going to see that. We're just... oh, spoilers. We're just going to see a nice, short game wherein this foregate actually works. So a sort of self-indulgent video to show you, really, because it hasn't shown any sort of learning curve, it just shows me blasting stuff. Which I appreciate. This is what a foregate is all about. So, got my guys. Again, I'm not doing this as early as I could do. It's between 7 to 8 minutes, so if I go in the next 5 seconds, I'll be okay. Nope, I should have already gone, but... yeah, am I going? Oh yes, have to get that one last zealot out, Jamie, come on. And then not even send him in. But yeah, so I'm going in, and he's made the mistake I used to make. Say used to because I have learned through many harsh lessons. Protoss versus Protoss. He leaves that at GG, but I'm going to keep talking here. Protoss versus Protoss, you kind of assume that they're not going to be aggressive, because Protoss aren't a very aggressive looking race. Because so much of our stuff is so expensive, you sort of expect a Protoss to just sort of expand and macro up, and indeed that's what I used to do, but then I just lost over and over and over and over again to early attacks. And at least this fellow was lucky enough to lose to a sort of legitimate opening attack at a reasonable time. I used to just continue to lose to like cheesy zealot rushes where the guy would get a gateway as quickly as possible, run zealots in while I was still building up, and just keep pumping in zealots. It's awful. Protoss should not cheese rush. That is not what the Protoss stand for, people. Anyway, I've rambled on for long enough. I hope you enjoyed this Starcraft journey. That means bye in nerd speak.